Down at the ranch where the skinwalkers play, we're gonna wrangle chickens and hogs all day. Pastoral life is the best. Eggs and chickens, plus all the rest.
Alright, so it's been a little while, guys. I've been very busy, got a new job, got new work. As you can tell, I've had a little bit of extra money to play with. And today I wanted to talk about, namely, two things on this AUG I got going on. I got the AB suppressors. This is a 7.62 can. It is been pretty good. I do regret not saving a little bit more and getting the Otter Creek Labs polonium can, but this thing I had a little bit of a discount, and it was very nice for what it is. The only thing I can complain about it, and yes, I know before we get into it, everyone's going to say the AUG is a terrible suppressor host. The AUG is a terrible suppressor host. Yeah, well, I didn't buy it, and I didn't buy the suppressor. Well, actually, I didn't even buy the suppressor for the AUG. It's a long story at why it's on the AUG right now. Let's suffice to say that Ruger doesn't have super high-end quality control right now, and what was supposed to be the host for this can is at the factory. So pretty much everything I put through this can has been 5.56, even though it's a 7.62 can. Yes, I know with the handguard I can't get to my suppressor flats. I just have this greased very well, and hopefully I can break it free. So far it's been fine, but I only shot like 200 rounds with it on, and it came right off when I put a good bit of torque on it with my hand, just my hand, no tools. So I think it'll be fine as long as I keep the threads nice and lubricated and anti-seize on them. The big shout out to Underworld Arms. They sent me a extra barrel nut and extra screws, extra everything. And I didn't even ask for that. I asked to buy an extra because I was being retarded and misplaced the nut that screws behind here that keeps your torque and pressure on your nut that your handguard actually bolts to. So yeah, he sent out a whole replacement set. So big shout out to Underworld Arms. I believe the guy's name's Philip Isherwood, is I think his name. Cool dude, very nice. Thank you for that. Told you I'd shout out on YouTube. You know, cool. I didn't even ask for it for free or anything. So super cool. Very happy about that. The handguard system's been good. I've had it on and off of the gun. Probably 1,500 to 2,000 rounds now. Never had an issue. It does slightly, and I say this ever so slightly, make the AUG less accurate when it's installed. And I mean that it takes the AUG, which is like an 1.5-inch gun, and makes it about 1.25 to 2-inch gun, which for 5.56, who really cares, in all honesty? Even though it is suppressed, I do not have the suppressor plug. I emailed Steyr about this, and they said that it should be fine. It's just going to be more gassy, more recoil. It's going to, and it does, it's going to bleed more gas back. I don't know if you can see that, but there's some gas inside the stock. So I did order the plug. It's on the way, but for right now, it cycles fine. It just seems to be slightly more gassy with the suppressor. So yeah, the reason why I got this suppressor is it's basically just a fancy flash hider. I'm not going to run subs really in any of my 30 cal guns. It's there because it keeps the flash down if I'm hunting at night, to where the flash isn't going to, blind my infrared if I'm hunting coyotes or hogs, or, self-defense purposes inside the house. It's just going to keep it a little quieter and keep the flash down. That's the whole reason I wanted a can. It's not that I'm trying to make it as quiet as possible or hearing safe or anything like that. That's the whole reason. So for my purposes, it works fine here. Just keep in mind, this is not optimal if you're wanting to squeeze every bit of decibel reduction out of your rig. I have the primary arms, and I wanted to talk about this. PLX, I believe this is a 1.96 or a 2.06 height mount on the RT6 right now. I've got better optics. You're going to see them soon. And I have more on the way. But right now, I wanted to keep an LPV on it, and this is the one I had on hand. So that's what's on it. Hang on. Sorry about the cut, folks. I had a package that came in, had to go get. That's why the dogs were going crazy. Anyways, back to what I was saying. So far, the suppressor's been nice. It does, because it's got this design with the 3-prong flash hider, it does kind of go ting ever so slightly and ping when you shoot it, which isn't the greatest thing, but it's fine. I don't know what you could complain about. I would take it off and show you, which I will, but I'll have to cut to do that because YouTube will molest the video if that happens. That's a good term for it. But yeah. So I got my pressure pad up here, which is a pretty good, I think, setup. It's on a tape switch, and you can tell it. The Streamlight ProTac 2. But back to what I was talking about, this mount. I actually like the tall mount on the AUG because it kind of sets an LPVO up where the original 1.5 times Swarovski optic would be on an AUG. So it sets very well. And this mount, I don't know who's manufacturing these. I know the GLX mounts are made by Warren. But if Warren is making this for primary arms, then I have to give them a big thumbs up. This is an amazingly machined and a very indestructible feeling mount. Like, good God. Which it should be for how expensive it was. But, and the clear anodizing does match the AUG quite nicely. I love my, my beige, olive-ish brown gun. It's pretty good. Then you got the mag pulls, of course. Don't know if I can take them out or not, because YouTube might get all pissed off, so I'm not going to. But this has been a quick little update, just showing you the suppressor mainly and what I've got it mounted on right now and how this configuration is. And I do think this is getting to be the ideal configuration for an AUG. A rattle can handguard a lot. If I was worried about night vision, I would have an IR device, but I'm not right now, so that would also be on here. But otherwise, I think this is a pretty good way of setting it up. The Steyr springs are also ordered, so I can reduce the trigger pull. But so far, 4,000 rounds in. I'm going to say 4,000 to 4,500 rounds. Not exactly sure, because I've just shot it and used it as a ranch rifle, and a bunch of other my friends have shot it. It's been shot quite a bit. And it's never had a malfunction, suppressed or unsuppressed or whatever. So yeah, I really do like the gun. But yeah, we'll get back to the AB suppressor. Alright, so we got it off the gun. Wasn't that hard. As you can see, I got plenty of anti-seize on the adapter. I'm running, it comes with a 5/8. What do they call this? Direct thread adapter. And I just put a 1/2x28 thread pitch adapter in it. Works fine for the time being. I want to get, obviously, I want to get hub devices on all my my guns. But for right now, this is fine. As you can tell, it's a welded can, so there is no taking this thing apart. And some of the welds aren't the greatest looking. And I mean, I know this is only a $400 to $500 suppressor, but still. Let me try to find. There's kind of a really sloppy one right there. I don't know if you can see that. But, it's a serviceable weld. And as long as it doesn't explode and it lasts, I don't care. It's going to have a cover on it mainly. Anyways, it does weigh a fair bit, but for a 7.62 can, I wouldn't say so, especially a stainless steel can. The direct thread mount's actually titanium, but the rest of this is a stainless can. It's got these like turbo style baffles that are supposed to spin the gas in a rotation. They kind of do. I don't know. Like I said, I've shot 3 or 4 magazines back to back through this, and I did get it really, really hot. So I know it does get really hot. So you can see some of the blue copper fouling I need to clean off of there on the prongs. See if you can see through here. Maybe you can see some baffles. I got this through Silencer Shop, so they were really easy to work with. They made the process incredibly streamlined. I can't say enough good things about them. Easy. It was basically like a standard background check. Super easy to deal with. No weirdness. And it was 2 weeks when I was approved. So no reason not to get one. Super cool. I mean, with political events, I might wait a little bit, but otherwise, I'm very happy I finally got into cans, and I really do like this one as an entry-level one. I will be getting better ones and more of them, but this is a really good, just utility can I'm going to keep around because it works well, and it's a stainless supposedly duty-rated can. I don't know how many militaries are actually going to use a $500 suppressor when they can get Knight's armament stuff, but yeah, if it's duty rated and it works and it does what I want it to do, then I'd say it was $500 pretty well spent, plus the tax stamp, which is gay, but whatever. What are you going to do about it? But yeah, this has been probably the worst suppressor host of all time, but I like the way it functions with it, so bite me. Let me know what you guys think, and next video I'll be talking about this wonderful Savior equipment case that I bought, that I can't honestly say enough good things about. And also I've got a negative video, well, semi-negative, we'll see how they handle it. But I got a semi-negative video on Ruger coming up, and I hope they handle it much better. But we'll see. Alright, well, I'll talk to you guys later. This has been Skinwalker Hidden Valley Ranch, and I will see you in the future.